You got challenges that you're going to run across.
So I started doing it specifically for my city in Mississippi. Mm-hmm. I saw a need because a lot of us were obese. A lot of us were uneducated in regards to even knowing what to do to get to a place where you're in a healthy state. Because if you know anything about those small cities, health is not on the forefront. Like, we know health, whatever, but we fry everything.
Yes.
You know, we fry everything. We're going to put salt in everything. We're going to put gravy in anything. Yeah. You know, so the eating is a little bit differently. So we see a lot of people dying from heart disease, heart failure, different things like that. And I just saw, I was just seeing too many people pass away at a young age. So I started creating a program that was feasible. So I was like, I have to give back. I know too much. I know too much about health, fitness, wellness, about living a healthy life. I have to help my hometown. I need to do something. So that was the foundation of the program, me helping people to just kind of like educate them on the things that I know, you know, to just try to make them live longer and be healthier.
I remember now, back in the day when you were going back doing that, I kind of remember you, but it was more of training and working out people. But your event now is bigger than that, right? It's like a event where you bring speakers in, and I mean, do you still do the exercise and all that, or is it just?
So you're
two different ones.
You're talking about two different things. I do have a program. It's a very, very in-depth specific program. And I do have a conference now. So two things. That's all was a spin-off on another one. So the conference is a spin-off on my book, Resilient AF, which is a spin-off on my program that talks about not only health and wellness, but society, the things that we do. You know, like mental health is also how you grew up. Mental health is also the people that you are around, like different things of that nature.
And so that's what the conference is about.
So now it has transitioned into something different. So you know, when you're doing things, you start niching down who your audience is. So over time, my audience has become very specific, and I've become very clear on the type of people that I want to help. As much as I want to help everybody, I can't, in a sense, but I don't discriminate against who I help, but I target Black women.
Okay.
I have men in my program. I have the conference is not for men. It's a women's conference, but the program, just because it's a women's program, I'll help you. If you're a white man, you come in, you're not going to be turned away. But whenever I'm delivering my messaging is for Black women, professionals, entrepreneurs, especially people who do not really take time to invest in themselves because they're so invested in helping the family or the kids and have to wear so many different hats.
Right.
And they neglect themselves. When was the last time you put you first? Before we can even get into what health and wellness looks like, we first need to get into there is no health without mental health. When was the last time you took time to just make sure that your health was in line? We're so accustomed to taking care of the kids, doing what needs to be done with the job, staying up late, church, community, but we never take time to do what we need to do for ourselves. I really want to challenge you today to make sure you take time and just ponder over what it looks like to put you first finally.
So this is your second or third year, because I remember last year we talked and it was new to me. I don't know how long you've been doing that conference.
This is the second year.
Okay. All right. So I remember last year when we talked, you were saying that you were finding out a lot of things as the conference was, as you were preparing for the conference and getting ready for it. And you was like, a lot of things are happening. So I would assume that this year you're probably a little bit more prepared than last year. Because I know last year you was like, I didn't know all this was going on here. I didn't know I had to put all this together, because I think it was growing more, or you were adding more speakers or something you were doing as we talked. Because I remember talking to you like, Tony, this is, like I'm just frustrated almost. So what was that? Was it more speakers, or it was just the whole process of building up the conference?
When you start growing, you start getting uncomfortable. So it was just different, and I wasn't used to everything that I was responsible for. So when you're putting on a conference and a show and you're talking about changing and transitioning lives, that's a lot on your shoulder. And you have to be the sole person to make sure that everything runs as it should run and that you're still delivering what you say you're going to deliver. It's like almost like my reputation was on the line to decipher whether or not people were going to trust and believe, because I know my stuff, right? But it's all about the confidence in getting up there and delivering it and making sure that people are listening and trusting. And you're also walking a walk, because it's not just about me being a person that people look up to, but they also watch my actions. You know, I'm not perfect, but I live a certain type of way, and it has nothing to do with anybody else. It's just the way I decide to live. So all of that comes in. Like other things is like financial. It's a lot because you don't know if anybody's going to show up. So that was part of it too. I know you were thinking, I'm putting all this together, and I can hear that caring part in you about, whether it comes off correctly, whether people see, a lot of people don't think that way. A lot of people just collect the money, they go out there and they do it, but it's bigger than that for you. I can hear it in your voice that you really want people to get it. It's almost like being more of a teacher than even a trainer. Like you want to make sure that these people get this that you're putting out. Make sure that you like and subscribe and hit the all button and all that kind of stuff, because we're going to have a lot of good interviews on this podcast.
You got challenges that you're going to run across.